Weathering the weather with Ed. Sometimes he's cranky, sometimes he's goofy, but he's always got a joke. Before I met him, I said meteorology. Hey, guy, that's not for me. But now I'm weathering the weather with Ed.
Well, hi there. This is our 19th show, isn't that right?
Number 19.
Number 19. You don't know. Number 19, and it's April Fool's Day.
Happy April Fool's Day.
Thank you. I had to duck it last year, but I didn't get it back this year.
We couldn't duck it this year.
I'm going to choke. All right, we're doing the summarizing the winter of 2013-2014 BC. And this is, we have a new hostess now. A host. You want to be a hostess or a host?
It's a little hard for me to be a host.
So I said hostess, and they said,
Hostess.
well, that's parochial. It has to be. It's a hostess. This is Nikki Penta. You remember Nikki? The audience is applauding again.
Yes.
Now, we've gotten many questions, none of which I have written. So you came close. All
We
right.
tried.
These questions are supposed to be related to the winter. We don't know what some of them are.
We'll try them out.
Oh, hey, a shout out. Come on, first.
Oh, yes, there is a shout out. Shout out.
You don't have to say shout out, just go ahead.
Hi, KK, Mike, Amy at Crossroads Restaurant in Nagog Plaza in Acton, Mass. Hi, Mr. Owner Jay Manning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How about a little, take the money off the thing so when I pay next time it's less.
There we go.
Huh, Jay? All right. Question number one.
Question
Excellent
number one.
restaurant. I don't get paid for that. Go ahead.
Ken Har in
Har?
Littleton, Mass.
Yes. He doesn't live there, but I couldn't remember where he lived.
Well, he tried.
He works
It's
there.
okay.
Yeah.
I find it interesting how if the cold hadn't kept some storms from hitting us, how much snow would we have had?
Who knows? But I have statistics on that later. If the cold wasn't so strong.
If the cold hadn't kept some storms from hitting
what
us.
it was the upper air winds didn't bend around enough to let the storm come up. The people on TV say, well, this high pressure area, you know, the big blue H, is going to block the low from coming up. It's the upper air winds, not the high pressure area. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know we would have had a lot more. We would have had a lot more was the
Yeah.
answer. I don't know
There
how
we
much.
go.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 2 from Marion.
Marion?
That's what it says.
She's in Clarence, New York, I think. Is that what I have there?
No, you didn't have anything there.
No, it's Buffalo area.
All right.
Maybe it's Williamsville.
We'll go
I
with
can't
that.
remember.
We'll go with New York.
It's Buffalo, New York.
Okay. Please.
People don't know
I
anything.
love their wings, by the way.
Thank you.
Please
Next.
explain how this winter is the result of climate change, especially for those who still call it global warming and have their doubts.
What was the first part of that?
Please explain
Huh?
how this winter is the result of climate change, especially for those who still call it global warming and have their doubts.
One winter doesn't mean anything.
Is there only one, though,
That's so far.
so far?
And this was not the worst winter on record. This is like, I think it was number 24 here in Boston. Big deal. You people are wimps now. They go to one fan we had.
You're right.
It's only one winter. And when you get global warming, if you went out to the western part of the country, they had way above normal and drought. We went through that, didn't we, with
Yes, we
Jerry
did.
Brown?
I think so.
Yes, we did.
All right.
But thank you for the question, Marianne.
Yes, thank you very much. Question number 3.
Yes.
Hey, Ed. Thanks for the plug on the drought show. Why was this winter such a pain in the neck? So much clouds and cold rain. From Lee Lavdis in Warner Robins, Georgia.
Yeah, but go ahead what he said.
Not Warner,
Yeah,
Georgia.
if somebody, it was probably Bethany. You remember Bethany?
No.
How quickly they forget. Bethany is retired.
Ah,
He's in Georgia, so he had cold rain, he had freezing rain. And what was the question again?
why was this winter such a pain in the neck?
I
So
got
much
that
clouds
part.
and cold rain.
Huh? Oh, because the storms kept, the cold air went way into the deep south, and so the storm track was shifted south for a while, and then they would come up the coast.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Atlanta had ice twice. Good for them. I hate the Braves. I do. I detest them. The Atlanta Braves.
That's very sad.
Oh, whatever.
I don't think he's going to be happy with that.
Who cares? This doesn't go to Atlanta. Oh, yes, it does. Go ahead.
From Tom Peters via
Tom
Marion.
Selleck? Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Tom Selleck, who's a big
Via
fan.
Marion, yes.
Via Marion. Does this year's winter indicate a short-term or long-term trend for winters to come?
Yes, it certainly does.
Okay.
Don't know. One winter does not make it a change. Okay? He's also from Buffalo.
Are you illustrating something up here?
No, I was watching my hair grow. Go ahead.
Or?
Sorry, Tom, but you can't tell from 1 year.
I believe you said this was Marilyn Henderson, although it is signed anonymous in
Well,
Reading,
yeah, but I
Mass.
figured Marilyn and Ross Henderson,
Yes.
the famous Hendersons.
Question number
North
one.
Reading.
Yes, North Reading, Mass.
Thank you.
There has been a lot of talk about the severity of this past winter.
I haven't spoken. Oh, yes, I have.
How does the average temperature stack up against past winters?
Well, I'm glad you pointed that out.
So am I.
Temperature anomalies. I got everything you never wanted to know. All I got to do is find Boston here. Put some music on. I didn't know you'd. Okay.
Do we have the
hum a
Jeopardy
little bit.
theme song?
It's coming up. Yeah, put my theme song back on. Well, this is live. Where the hell is Boston? Well, I can't find Boston. I think it was 20. I think Boston was 24th coolest, which is not very cool.
We're just that awesome.
We're just not used to all this. Oh, wimps. We'll come back to that later when I find Boston. How about Orlando?
I thought it was east of us.
What? Oh, here, Boston. Boston was the 24th coolest in 79 years of record. So that's nothing. It's just the news media makes a big deal. You know, in the old days, there wasn't any news media. If there was, we hung them. Oh, sorry. Out to dry.
I failed to see something wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong. All right, go ahead.
Question number 2 from Ross and Maryland.
Yes.
How come we have never heard of the polar vortex before? Has it been around and just called by a different name?
Yes, it's called the jet stream, but these people in the media have to come up with stupid, oh, did I say stupid? How about inane names? Idiots.
That one works.
That's okay. See, that's what they do.
You got to keep people interested.
It's like it's like the Orient Express. That's a twain. Go ahead.
From Kat Ogar in Randolph, Mass.
Cat? Oh, yes, with a K. That's all
Yes.
the questions from Anonymous?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Somebody else had a whole group of them. Go ahead.
Why are some winters colder and more snowy, and others tend to be mild?
Yes, it's because of how the jet stream sets up. If it comes down, cold air out of Canada, and then it bends down, a trough in the east, like this.
A twaff?
A trough. Yeah, trough. I want to make it. Well, maybe I'll get letters this time.
There we go.
Nobody wants. A trough in the east, and then it brings the cold air down on this side, and then the storms ride up on this. Right. How about that?
There we go.
And they ride up this way, so that's how you get the snow. Unless it decides to do an inside runner, goes to the west of us.
Aha.
Warm air comes up.
Hate when they do that.
Don't you? I do too. All right. Thank you.
All right. From
Yes.
Dennis. I believe it's Dennis.
Well, it better be, because that's his name. Yes. Go ahead.
From Springfield, Illinois.
Yes. Yes.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, Dennis. Never met him before in my life.
Is a winter like 2013-2014 an indication that our climate is indeed changing?
Is this a repeat from somebody else?
similar.
Similar. The answer is 1 year. Now, you know it does. Not Dennis. 1 year does not make it a trend.
How do you
We
measure
went to college
snowfall?
together. Excuse me.
Oh,
We
did
went
you?
to graduate school together.
Ah,
I had him picked off third base because he thought it was on the bag, and I had him moving my foot down the line.
don't do that.
But he found out about it. All right, go ahead. Nobody cares. Go.
Here's another question.
Yes.
How do you measure snowfall and snow depth, and how accurate are the
I
measurements?
am extremely accurate. You can take a yardstick. This is serious now. You know, you go to a ski area, they put it in this way. 3,000 feet fell last night.
Sideways.
You check out the yard. See, supposed to be
You find the highest point?
No, yeah, right. Unpaved surface, right? That means you don't do it on your driveway unless it's really cold, wicked cold. You know.
Wicked cold?
Yeah, wicked. So
Oh, you are from
you don't
New
go into
England.
bare spots. You don't. We allowed to say that here? You don't go into bare spots. You don't go into drifts because that's no good. So you take a reading in 5 different places. Right?
5.
All right, 5. 5 different places. All right, and you don't go into the drifts. You don't go. It's not hot. So
Just a
you
flat
do-
spot.
Well, as flat as you can get.
Yeah.
So don't do it under a tree because the tree's got it. All right, and so then you add them together and divide by 5, and that's your average.
There we go. That makes
but
sense.
That some of these people report. I just got 62 feet here in in Transylvania, Massachusetts.
Yeah. I've been there. It's a nice
He
place.
was measuring in millimeters.
There you go.
They'll put anything on.
Dennis
Yes.
has another question.
Who?
Dennis has another
Dennis
question.
is very inquisitive.
Yes, he is.
Wait till I get to him. Go ahead.
Can we expect future winters to repeat this?
Possibly, Dennis. Dennis.
I thought you were all-knowing, all-seeing.
I'm not all knowing. I'm giving you an honest answer
I
on
know
TV.
that.
They go, well, no. No.
Dennis
This
has
is
another
TV.
question.
Wait a minute. On regular TV, well, no, I'm a legend of my own mind, and we have to, come on. I don't know. Will the Mets win a game this year? Yeah. They already cheated yesterday. Call strike 3, and the umpire wouldn't call. They would have won the game. Go ahead.
Here's another question.
Really, from Dennis?
Yes. What is the polar vortex that everyone has been talking about?
Didn't we just answer that? It's the jet stream. Roll the tape back.
Hey,
Go ahead.
you wrote the questions.
I didn't write them. He wrote them.
You wrote them down. You
Oh, I
wrote them
didn't
out
write-
for me
I
in a
didn't.
list.
Fine.
He has another question.
Go ahead.
What parts of the country were hit hardest during this past winter?
New York Jets. The East was hit hard. So was the Midwest and the Northern Plains.
Uh-huh.
In the South, some places in the
Souths?
South, like in the South.
Souths?
Doesn't normally snow in Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. And if it does, who usually
That's a
can?
truly horrible Southern accent, by the way.
Thank you. I'm from Southern New York.
I can
Thank
hear
you.
it.
Snows in Atlanta. Oh, okay. I hate the Braves. Yes.
Dennis has another question.
Dennis, come on, you're killing me. Yeah.
Why did some weathermen start calling the storms by name, and is it official to do so now?
This is because the Weather Channel had nothing to do. It's the Weather Channel. They do 2 seconds of weather and 28 minutes of commercials.
There you go.
Then they go off onto something that has nothing to do with weather, or nothing, if you said it correctly. And they started naming. The answer is, it's not official.
It had no thing?
Huh?
No thing? Never mind.
No thing to do.
Nothing to do.
Thank you. The answer is, and it's not official. The Weather Service does not name them. They just name tropical systems.
The fun part of the year.
That ain't fun. Go ahead. 16
From
minutes of
Harvey Leonard, Chief Meteorologist from WCVB, Channel 5, Boston.
You got that? All right. Have a good vacation, Harv. He's on vacation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Why was it so cold and somewhat snowy? There was no real blocking at high latitudes and not many deep East Coast storms.
Well, Harvey, stop that. It's killing me again. Well, that's because there was a lot of cold air here, and even a little pit that, a little low pressure comes along, gives you
There you
snow. When you're hot, and when you're not, you're not.
There you
Okay?
go.
All right. Thank you. Hope I have a good. Bring me a postcard, Harvey. Go ahead.
From Harold Bernard in Atlanta.
Harold?
It said Harold.
It's Harold. I don't know if it's Roswell. I couldn't remember. Buzz.
Roswell.
His nickname is Buzz. I couldn't remember, so I put Atlanta.
All right. How cold was it this winter?
How cold was it?
How cold was it?
It was so cold. Well, he's down in Atlanta. He thought he left that Acton to go down there. I'll bring that up with some temperatures.
Okay.
Yes.
Why was it so cold this winter?
Well,
Again,
the
from
polar
Harold.
vortex.
Polar.
Because the upper air winds the jet stream took a big dip into the south. Brought all that,
Big dip.
all that, and just like
Not a little dip.
a big
dip.
like Walt Chamberlain before he died.
Oh, God.
Yes, it went way south, the cold air. So that's what the problem was. The jet stream went way into the south, and Dallas got racked up too.
I heard.
Yes. Go ahead.
Here's another question.
How unusual. Go ahead.
Why so cold when we're supposed to be under the influence of global warming?
Because some places warm up for a while with global warming, and other places are cold. If you went to
Fair
the
point.
west, they'd say, "What global freezing? What are you talking about?"
Harold has another question.
Darn. Go ahead.
Does this winter's coldness suggest anything about the temperature of the coming summer?
The answer is no, because let me make that in Spanish. No.
Got quite a grasp of languages here.
In French, it's no. Russian, yeah.
I knew that one.
Okay. French is no.
Yes.
Okay. And then we don't. All right. What was the question?
So busy discussing languages here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does this winter's coldness suggest anything about the temperature of the coming summer?
Oh, no, because fall bears on fall. Leaves come down. Fall bears on winter, and then spring bears on summer. There's a break.
Little break.
No, it's a big break.
It's a big break. Oh, it's a big break,
So
not a little break.
thus far, it's, wow. Up here in the Boston area, it's been below normal temperatures and above normal precipitation because we just had the big rain. But if you think I'm going to believe there's going to be a cool summer, you're out of your gourd.
Well, there we go.
Like that, yeah.
All right.
All right.
From Angela Harkness in Westford.
A brilliant lawyer. Also on the school board.
All right, then.
Think. Go ahead.
Okay. Is this, in fact, a colder, snowier, longer winter than usual, or do we just live in New England?
No, it's the 24th coolest and snowiest. I got that too if we ever get to it.
We'll get to
It's
it.
just that we're not used to it.
Fair point.
Of course, the news media. Oh, every 2 seconds. Oh, look at the radar. Ooh,
There we
ooh,
go.
ooh.
Oh, see, now I forgot to ask you earlier is how you found the weather last week.
I went outside and there it was.
It's-
Thank you.
Thank you.
What was the other question?
Another question from Brian Alcorn in Westford. What is the difference between weather and climate?
I don't know what is. Oh, weather is a short-term, climate is a longer period of time. What did he say?
I think you think the answer is that you can't weather a tree, but you can climb it. But
He's another lawyer in Angela's office. This is great. Okay, go ahead.
Jeff Caranda
Go. He's with the Public
in Concord,
Works.
Mass. Yes,
Thank
he is.
you.
Are we now into global freezing?
Yeah, don't read the adjectives.
What
in
the
front.
bleep is going on?
We're not in the global freezing. There's no such thing. There isn't. It's just that
Okay.
it was colder than normal. That's all.
I'll take your word for it.
Wimps. He got tired of going out and plowing the snow. That's all. Go ahead.
From Rob.
Just do it quickly. We're down to 11:32. What is Rob up to?
I live on Mount Olympus, and I want to know if we will expect more snow anytime before the summer starts. I.e., if I do get any summers up here, I'm not sure. I just moved into the area and no neighbors in sight.
Okay, call him up. Dude, we're on the fringe here. Go ahead. He had been living in Vladivostok. What else?
Vladivostok, Mars.
But yeah, the Mars here, that's good. Good
It's a
Mars.
nice place to live.
No,
A little warm.
it's it's very similar to us, Mars.
Yes,
Except for the differences. Go ahead.
that makes all the difference.
Yes.
Formerly from Paris and Moscow.
Paris, Texas, and Moscow, Michigan.
There we go.
All right.
Paris, France, and Moscow, Russia.
Yes. I don't know about Mount Olympus, but sorry, Mount Olympus is on Mars.
Is it?
It's 92,000 feet.
I thought it was in Greece.
That's no. Oh, sorry. No, it's Olympus Mons. That's Mount.
Uh-huh.
That's something else in Greece.
Okay.
Etna and something. Mount something.
Sure.
Mount Olympus. I don't. There's a 92,000 foot mountain on Mars.
Ah,
It's called Mount Olympus. Olympus Mons.
I see.
If you're French.
I see, I see.
Go ahead.
Mary from Acton would like to know
I
why,
don't know who this person is.
why
Yes?
is the weather along the East Coast so different from the weather along the West Coast?
Wow. Specifically for this winter, don't look. You get a big ridge out west. How about a little close-up? Thank you. A big ridge out west and a big trough in the east. The ridge has warm air. Yes.
I love
And the
those ridges.
These are sketchable. You rip them up. And the east brings cold air. Also, the wind usually comes off the ocean. And west to east, the flow is here in this country. What is it?
There we go.
So it comes in from the ocean out there, and here it usually comes from the land, except when it doesn't.
All right, then.
Okay. So we have too much time. No, we have not. Look at that car. I'm telling you, it looks like mine, but I didn't do that.
And you told me to speed up.
Well, because I got a lot of things
Looks like
here.
my old car.
All right, don't go into that. National overview. Here we go. Winter snowfall departure from average. Are you excited about that?
Very.
This is December through February, the whole winter. The winter is December. The first month, the month that has an equinox, which isn't equal, day and night, so I got derailed here. Or a solstice. That's what starts the winter month. For instance, Aberdeen, South Dakota. Who the hell knows? They had 105% of the normal snowfall. Amarillo, Texas, which is in the panhandle of Texas, 69%. Buffalo, New York,
There we go. Great
100
wings.
What?
Great wings.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Both, must be the wings. Buffalo, New York, 135%. Burlington, Vermont, 94. Des Moines, Iowa, it's in Iowa,
Last time I checked.
159%. Dallas, Texas, 171%. How about that?
There we go.
Detroit, 241. Fairbanks, where it was mild this year, it's only 78%. Let's see, some Green Bay, 170%. Here's a goodie. Kennedy, New York, 232%. That's the airport, folks. There wasn't. But and then LaGuardia.
A lot of cleaning up to do there.
Yeah. Then LaGuardia Field, which is on the north side of Queens, 240%. They had a very snowy season, but then what? I went to school in Madison, Wisconsin, 126%. Nashville, only 17%. See, no trouble there. Philadelphia, Philly, 318%. Syracuse, only 104. These numbers bounce all over. What the heck was that? Bounce all over the place. There was one that was in Worcester, 171%. And that
Very
takes
nice.
care of that, folks. Springfield, Illinois, where Dennis lives, 238%.
Nice even
More
number.
than double. Toledo, Ohio, 256. Toledo's in Ohio.
Last time I checked, that's where I
Yes,
left
it
it.
is. Now, you left it. Let's go for some temperature anomalies. Whatever.
Analogies?
Whatever. All right, San Juan, which as you know is in the South Bronx. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's not a good one.
They had their warmest winter on record in 59. Warmest, that's,
Warmest.
yeah. Daytona Beach, coldest,
Coldest?
38. Yeah, coolest, 38. 38th coolest. And Orlando, which ain't that far away, was 23rd warmest. Tampa, 29th coolest. All right, San Antonio, 25th warmest. But Corpus Christi, which is on the Gulf, had their 27th coolest.
Are you sure you didn't make these numbers up?
Are you kidding me? I couldn't make these numbers up.
If you tried.
Well, I tried, but I couldn't. Here's Austin, Texas, 31st warmest.
31st?
Yeah, which is interesting because
I have a friend who lives there.
good for them, because the temperature anomaly was minus a half a degree. It was 31st. Well,
Right.
Dallas, 25th coolest. Boston, here we go, for you wimps out there, 24th coolest. Big deal. Syracuse, 13th coolest. South Bend, Indiana, is that Notre Dame?
I have no idea.
Well, we'll call it Notre Dame.
Sure.
Call the Pope up. I think we can find out if Notre Dame is there. Oh, it is South Bend, I think. 7th coolest, Green Bay, Wisconsin. 2nd coolest. Whoa.
There
They're
we
at
go.
10 degrees below normal. Whoa,
Wow.
I'll tell you. Nippy,
A little chilly up there. All that cheese.
the average temperature was 8.4 degrees. My goodness.
Ooh.
Well, that's where Joe Moran is. Lubbock, Texas, 32nd coolest. But El Paso, which is to the west, 3rd warmest. It's strange. Oh, here are the records. Tucson, Arizona, which is south of Phoenix, warmest. 60. Las Vegas, warmest. I see a trend here. Los Angeles, warmest. Phoenix, warmest. Carson City, Nevada, 2nd warmest.
Wow.
Thank you. Sacramento, or better known as Sacramento.
Tomato.
Sacramento, and they have the Kings out there. They're terrible. Make the mix it look good. 2nd warmest in San Francisco. You know where I left my heart?
San Francisco.
In San Francisco. You know, above the blue and
Vaguely.
windy sky, whatever. Warmest in San Francisco. Unbelievable. Juneau, Alaska. 17th
Juneau?
warmest. Here's the warmest. Fresno, warmest. Glassdale, Montana. I don't know. It says 30th warmest with minus 1.7.
Hey.
I could go on, but I don't want to bore the people here. All right. Detroit, 3rd coolest. 9.0 degrees below the normal average. Yo.
There we go.
Will you watch the clock? Now,
Do I have to?
yeah.
Is it going somewhere?
No, because I don't want to overrun. Now,
We were overrun a long
I
time
did
ago.
Snowfall already, right?
Yes.
Why don't I just throw it down there? It's on my table, folks. See? Table.
Table.
All right, we have the Great Lakes ice, yes.
Yes.
A lot of ice, 91% coverage on the Great Lakes.
Not 100.
You don't get 100, except during Ice Age. Very cold temperatures cover the Great Lakes and surrounding states. All right? The persistent cold caused 91% of the Great Lakes to be frozen by early March. It's a very high number. The Lake Michigan ice cover peaked on March 8th at 93.3%. Not good. And the previous largest Lake Michigan ice, the previous largest ice cover for Lake Michigan was 93.1% back in 1977. So
That was a very good year.
were you born then?
Close enough.
Close enough. All right. And here's a significant thing. Large ice coverage decreases the amount of water that evaporates from the lakes during the winter and spring, which is good if you want the lakes to be there. All right.
Fair point.
By the way, there are 5 Great Lakes. Go ask somebody in school. I don't know.
There are 5 Great Lakes?
All right.
I know a couple of good lakes up here, too.
Thank you. Here's the minimum and maximum temperatures within the contiguous. Wow.
Contiguous.
That means the lower 48.
Big words.
For each day during the month of February. All right? February 1st, February 7th, for instance. Look at it. This is the highest and lowest in the lower 48. Big Cypress, Florida, 87, while West Yellowstone Gateway, Montana, had minus 47. Whoa, different air masses.
Nice spectrum.
Yeah, wow. Here's Amboy, California, February 14th, 88. Babbitt, Minnesota, minus 27. That's
Babbitt?
Babbitt. Here's Persimmon, whatever. Oh, Rio Grande Village, Texas. You remember that?
Oh,
February 18th, 98.
Awesome.
And Brasio, damn, Maine. What the hell? I don't know. Rangeley, Maine, minus 23. That's a big range.
Very big range.
February 27th, Fort Lauderdale Beach, Florida. Hollywood, Florida. Juno Beach. What is Juno Beach?
Juno.
Juno. Yes, Juno does know. Yes, thank you. 87. Cabot. Nobody tells me this. What is a place in Minnesota? Minus 36.
One more time in English, please.
Cabot to Gama. All right. Say that 3 times. Get rid of that. All right. Now, we talk about it was a cold winter here, but I'll have you know that globally, it wasn't.
No.
No.
Warmer than normal?
Way above.
Ah.
Global highlights. The combined average temperature over the global land and ocean surfaces. I would think that would be everything.
One would think.
Yeah, for February 2014, tied with 2001 as the 21st highest for February on record. Oh,
Wow.
Now if that ain't global warming, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
The global land surface temperature was what?
Thought it was global freezing.
No, it's no. It was 0.56 degrees Fahrenheit above the century average of 37.8, tying with 1943 with the 44th highest for February on record. Watch the clock. This is too exciting.
It's not going anywhere.
All right, December, February worldwide had surface temperature was the 10th warmest for such a period on record. But hey, there's no such thing as
Hey.
the combined global land ocean surface temperature for January-February period, it tied 2009 as the 11th warmest such period on record. But according to some people, global warming doesn't exist.
Hey.
All right.
They can try.
Stop it. Thank you for attending. It's wonderful, and I want to thank the audience again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please sit down, audience. All right, hit it.